Hey you! Go down to the comments and let me know what you look for in island seeds. This will help me know what to search for when finding island seeds in the future. Oh, and while you're at it, subscribe to the channel so you know when I upload next. Island seeds are some of my favorites in Minecraft. Maybe you want to live on the island, or maybe you want a seed near an ocean monument. Whatever it is, I have a great variety of 20 survival island seeds working for Minecraft 1.19 today. Please remember that this video is recorded in Java Edition, so structures won't be the same in Bedrock Edition, but terrain should be similar. Alright, let's get started. I'm going to start off with a seed that I'm calling a tall plains island. Take a look at the side of this island and you can see why I call it tall. Compared to some of the islands we're going to see today, this one is actually pretty big. The island consists of mostly some hilly plains terrain, so we get some oak trees. But there's also a small section of savanna which gives you an acacia tree. I can't overstate how awesome the cliffs are too. This cave on the cliffs looks awesome. I love islands like this. Off the northeast of the island, we can find an ocean monument. We'll see a lot of ocean monuments in this video. This one is really close to the island. And now, let's go underneath the island. That's where we'll find an ancient city, one of the biggest features in Minecraft 1.19. So awesome having this under the island. I think this was a pretty solid seed to start off with. Now let's check out this jungle island seed. The shape of this island is pretty neat. I love how the ocean flows into here and the land surrounds it. I could see a cool build being built around here. In the ocean, south of spawn, we can get to a mushroom island. It's certainly not the biggest of mushroom islands, but it's useful to have nearby. There's also this ocean monument right next to it, so that's pretty cool to have nearby too. This is a pretty cool seed for those looking for a jungle island. So this seed here is a bit unique. The island is actually a windswept savanna island. Obviously that causes the crazy terrain that we see. The floating terrain looks awesome. The arches look awesome. The tall terrain looks awesome. And then this water cave in the middle of the island looks awesome too. I love this section here too. A look at the map of this seed shows 3 ocean monuments around the island. You can see them on screen now with the coordinates. I think unique is definitely a good word for this seed. If you're looking for trees, this island has you covered. And, well, the trees have the island covered. This island actually has 4 different forest types. We start off with this birch forest, which is in the middle of the island. Then towards the west, there is this regular forest. And then towards the south is this taiga biome. And then finally, towards the east, we can find a dark forest. Pretty awesome having 4 different forest types on one island. In the next seed, we get an island village, one of my favorite types of seeds to discover in Minecraft personally. But before getting to the village, you'll find yourself on the island, which is partly sand, partly grass, and partly stone. The village almost fully generates within the ocean aside from this building, this church, and this building. There are 2 churches in the village. So yeah, there's that ocean village. The island in this seed is pretty flat. We've got a ton of sand. There's both birch and oak trees. And my favorite part is this little mini swamp biome in the middle. I don't know why, I just think that's pretty neat. Basically, the only reason I wanted to share this seed, honestly. This island here is a dark forest island. There's a small section of birch forest too. The island is actually a decent size overall. I really like how the stony shore looks along the ocean. Off the southwest coast of the island, you'll find an ocean monument. This gives you a good look at how close the monument is to the island. There's actually a ruined portal right next to the monument. I always like seeing ruined portals in the ocean. And I found a golden apple in the chest. So yeah, this is a pretty cool looking dark forest seed. Now we have a small birch island. It's just a little island with a bunch of birch trees. I actually really like the shape of this island. I just think it looks cool. You'll be able to find an ocean monument southwest of the island. It's pretty close by. A nice little island seed here. let's check out one more biome with this Taiga island. This is definitely a pretty cool looking island with it elevated out of the ocean just a bit. I like how this ocean ravine cuts into the island here. This ravine over here actually cuts under the island and into the other ravine. This island is actually sandwiched between two ocean monuments. The first one is northeast. You can see how close it is to the island here. The other monument is southwest. Here's a look at the island from the monument. Kinda cool having two monuments near the island. A nice little Taiga island here. Now let's check out a pretty unordinary seed. It's a couple of jungle islands split by some water in between. Both islands are pretty big, and they both have plenty of sand around them. The eastern island is even a bamboo jungle. Also on the eastern island is this. Yeah, a desert temple generates right on the edge of the bamboo jungle. Unfortunately, the loot inside wasn't the greatest, as the best I found was some gold. But having the temple generate here was awesome in itself. And those jungle islands are awesome too. Getting into the final 10 seeds, I have a challenge for you. This seed here has just one tree. Do you think you could survive with just one tree? Well, I think you could, but at least it's a bit of a challenge. In addition to one tree, this is a plains island with a big section of stony shore. We can find an ocean monument towards the northeast. Here's a look at how close the monument is to the island. I like how this monument is cut into the terrain. If you want a challenge, maybe try an island with one tree. This is actually an island that I really like. I'm not sure why, but the small savanna just sticking out of the ocean looks cool. Plus, such a small island has two trees. When I open up my F3, you can see it's actually a windswept savanna biome too, which is just a fun little fact about it. We also get this plains island over here, and there's a coral reef near the island too. I like this island a lot. We've got a plains island here. The first thing I saw when I spawned in was this big hill with a tree right next to it. But the best thing about this island is a Pillager outpost generating on it. It generates with an alley cage, and there's loot at the top of the tower. And there's this little ravine thing nearby too. So this is definitely a pretty cool seed, I'd say. We've already seen a windswept island and a village island, so let's combine the two now. This just looks absolutely wild. The village paths are even at the top of the terrain. The village area in the middle of the island just looks awesome. But I mean, what about this island doesn't look awesome? I mean, just look at it. There's also an ocean monument to the north of the island, so this just makes this seed even better. Here's a look at the island from the monument. This seed is just stupendous. Let's check out another seed with a structure on the island. This one has a woodland mansion on the island. A lot of the mansion actually generates within the ocean. I've given you the coordinates to the front entrance of the mansion, as I always do when I show mansions. On the bottom floor, I found this maze room which has some loot at the end of it. On the middle floor, I found a giant cat. And on the top floor, I counted 11 total rooms. Right next to the mansion is a shipwreck underwater. It's made out of spruce and jungle wood. There's also 2 chests with loot in the shipwreck. In north of the island, we can find an ocean monument. We actually get a really nice view of the mansion from the monument. And finally, there's the shipwreck location over here too. It actually just looks like it got to this island and then sunk a little bit. There are 3 chests with loot in the shipwreck. I mean, yeah, this is just a really awesome woodland mansion island seed. Getting into the final 5 seeds here, we have another island with just 1 tree on it. We already talked about how that could be a challenge for you when playing on a seed. I love the look of this island. If we get rid of this area here, this part of the island sort of looks like a picture-perfect Minecraft island. That hill with the tree is just about what we expect to see when we think Minecraft island. This island also has a little water cave that goes underneath it. I really like this seed. This seed here is one of my favorites in this video, but not because of the island. For that, I'll explain in a second. But first, this island is mostly a birch forest, or stony shore. But there's also this mini dark forest, and there's some small sections of beach. This solo birch tree is kinda cool. Across from the main island is this little island here. Now let's get to the main feature I want to show over here. This cave entrance leads to a massive lush cave. Knowing this is under the island is just awesome. This cave just looks incredible. What an awesome seed. Entering the final 3 seeds, I want to take an island a step further with 2 villages on an island. But first, this is what I saw when I spawned into the world. I mean, how cool is it seeing this massive cave with a mineshaft right at spawn? And the cave just looks really awesome. And then we've got the village just to the west. A lot of this village generates in the water, but it is not just the village here. There's a shipwreck within the village too. This ship is made out of birch and oak. Just an awesome place for it to generate. Then we can go over to the other village, which is towards the south. Most of this village actually generates on the island. I like this little section here. We can find an ocean monument towards the southwest. From this view, I can barely see the first village. This monument just adds one more structure near spawn. And the monument is pretty close to a mushroom island. I mean, how awesome is that? This seed just has so many things near the spawn island. From start to finish, this seed is just absolutely incredible. We've got a jungle island seed here, so one more option for those who may be looking for a jungle island to play on. But this jungle island becomes better when you realize that there's a jungle temple on it. Definitely a cool place to check out when starting your world. As always, you can find a chest behind this lever wall here, and then you can find another chest in the back of the temple. I like this terrain on the island, kind of like a natural wall to the island. Over here, we can find a shipwreck. It's a jungle dark oak and spruce ship on the island's beach. I found this chest with loot inside, and just south is a ruined portal in the ocean. The top of it is just barely poking out of the water. Here's the loot inside of the chest here. And the last structure to see is the ocean monument to the west of the island. Like the other monuments I've shown, it's nice to have it close to the island. Most structures are useful to have near spawn, really. That definitely includes a jungle temple on a spawn island. Finally, to finish off this video, we have probably the coolest looking seed in this video. The island in this seed is actually an old growth spruce taiga, so we get some pretty big trees on the island, and we get some hilly terrain too. The cliffs on the island are what make this one so crazy though. These cliffs look absolutely awesome, and we get this massive lush cave opening. How awesome does this massive cave look? Just such a cool spot right under the spawn island. We also get some other sections of lush cave that generate on the side of the island too. And this side of the island looks really cool going up as a hill. It looks mountain-like. There is an ocean monument to the southeast of the island. Finally, our final ocean monument in this video. We get a nice view of that lush cave from here. There's a ruined portal nearby too, just another place you may want to explore to. Here's the loot I found in the chest. Finally, this cave is all the way underground below the island. Everything about this cave is awesome. I mean, it's just spectacular. Everything about this seed is just astounding. Well, there you have 20 survival island seeds that are working for Minecraft 1.19 in Java Edition. Be sure to check out my blog for all of the coordinates and information about the seeds in this video. If you want to help me out, leave a like on this video. For more Minecraft videos, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I'm out of here. See ya.